It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock. Chillmonger's ready, so the show's about to start. The beat's steady, so the flow got a beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Chillmonger, he be from the north. 33 questions, you got no other choice but to check him out and feel his vibe. He got one of the hottest shows alive. So have a seat and tune in. Chill is ready, so let's begin. 33 fire questions. Chillmonger made these questions. Please check out these questions. Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. Don't miss it. Peace.
Saturday. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. And it's 1 p.m. Eastern. We like to talk. Me and Jaded Fanboy, he likes to rock. I want to rock right now. I'm Chillmonger and I came to get down. I am internationally known, but I don't have any monetization yet. Yeah, it's coming. Question number 1 of 33 Burning MCU questions. What is Captain America's second favorite country? Speaking of international, I think that if this guy probably loves Canada, man, he speaks French, doesn't he? With Batroc the Leaper, he already got the 2 major languages down here. It's not that difficult.
He's bilingual.
Yeah, he can transition over here. I know he likes fondue, but he can do that in Quebec.
Well, that's an interesting question. What was
his second favorite? Is it Puerto
because
Rico?
Usually the only time he goes to another country is to invade. So it's not like he goes on vacations.
Sheev the Wise asked me a question on Twitter about Bruce Banner being a Skrull at the end of Shang-Chi.
Bruce Banner is not a Skrull.
Well, why was he inside of a cast at the end of Shang-Chi right after that Abomination fight? When we watched the She-Hulk show, the Abomination fight happens on the news, and oh my god, it's a prison break. But he's supposed to be in Smart Hulk form. What's happening?
You guys are too desperate. You guys are way too desperate to think that the Hulk is a Skrull.
I asked, not the Hulk version, just the human version. It is Canada. That's right. Sheep, I'll send you a link in a second. Hold on.
I don't know. That's an interesting question because wasn't there something in the first Captain America movie? I think there was a reference to France. Whether it was joking to Peggy or not, but I'm going to have to say, oh God, I don't even think he even has a second favorite country. It's Captain America. It's not Captain, international. So yeah, I don't even think he has a second favorite country.
He can save the world, but he can't like another part of the world?
No, because he's a true blue, American. There's no other country. Once you pass the borders of the United States, it doesn't exist as a real place. It's just, and any place other than the United States is just a place you go to invade.
This man.
Oh, hey,
welcome, Biggerford Entertainment. Hello. We were asking a question about Captain America. What's his second favorite place?
It's Canada.
Okay, the fact that we have 3 Canadians on isn't biased at all or means nothing. It's just sheer coincidence.
No, it's Canada, bro. I mean, what other place is there to like other than us,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Canada will probably
Hanzo. I'm just trying to be
Canada will probably be his number 1, just to be honest. You know what I mean? It's just
I like this one.
In the live chat, oh, welcome. They've got a whole bunch of people who just popped in here. So Sheev the Wise says no. Captain Marvel is swapped with Kamala too. Oh, I hope not. I think all of them at the end of Shang-Chi could be Skrulls. That would be a cool twist if Secret Invasion just begins with that scene and they say goodbye to Wong and they're like back to all Skrulls. Also, let's be real. Cap loved Britain. He did love Britain. That's a good answer. That makes me think.
Being fair, I would have to say Wakanda. Because he's been going, he might have been going there.
Wakanda too, yeah.
Because again, I don't really see him coming to Canada a lot, but I do see him going to Wakanda a lot.
Did you look at Trinity's answer first, or did you think of that on your own?
No, I thought of it first. No, it was when he said Britain. It's when I saw Britain, I went, well, wait a minute. Wakanda, Captain Britain, Black Panther, Wakanda.
And his best friend is black as well, too, right? Sam Wilson. So kind of has, Wakanda would probably be vacationing
And Bucky
spot.
was in Wakanda for who knows how long, and he probably
Exactly.
could have been visiting him. So
What's up, Tony? Guru, yep. Trinity's in here. Sheev the Wise, we got a full house. Second question is, why didn't you ask me for clarification on which Captain America, Anzo? Got the
Because I
poster right
came in
behind me
later.
too.
Because I came in later and I was assuming we were talking Steve Rogers, but okay, good point.
no, I can answer that easily.
Why?
Because we haven't had an official Sam Wilson Captain America movie yet. It
Good
still
point,
hasn't
Jada.
been the last episode was just him referencing himself as that. It's not an official title yet.
What? The final scene, they changed the words. The title
Yes,
said
but it's not an official title in the MCU.
it's got to
He's
be a
not
movie.
officially until he's officially Captain America. It's still referencing Steve Rogers.
I see what you did there, though, Jaded. I mean, Chill. I see what you did with those two questions. Good one.
Mhm.
No. My daddy told me it's Black Falcon.
The third question: would John Walker cancel student debt if he were president?
God.
Nah, man.
I don't
You
think
kids
so.
got to learn about commitment. You got to learn. You got to follow through. He would not. Nope.
No, I
No.
agree. I don't think he would
I
either.
think he would because he basically being the soldier and why because he didn't have a college education. He went into the army to actually have a job and be supported. So I think he would have the idea of that because when he got yeah, and he's about the American ideal as well. I think he would forgive maybe up to like 50,000 and then that's it.
He ain't seemed like
50,000 is
someone
more.
that really. Oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
I think 50,000 is more than what Biden said he'd do.
That's the joke. That's why I said 50,000.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Anzo.
I was gonna say I didn't get anywhere in that show that he actually cared about any kids anyway. So I'm gonna assume he don't give a damn.
Oh, we talking about the MCU John Walker, not the comic book John. Oh, the MCU John Walker. How's he going to be president? How is he going to be president?
If he is president,
no,
he beat it to death too.
Okay. He murdered somebody. He's never being president. Come on.
And he fought that girl. She was a kid to him, right?
Yeah, she was college aged.
Yeah, she was like college aged, and he fought her. So yeah, definitely don't care about
fought her
kids.
because she was a terrorist.
Semantics. Circumstances.
He didn't fight her because she asked for her college or school debt to be reduced.
John Walker would punch you in the mouth for suggesting student loan forgiveness. And if I could be honest and just like, not jokey, the issue of relieving student debt and the benefits of it versus I don't have I see good in whether you're for it or against it because why are tax-paying dollars, and I'm Canadian, right? But why are tax-paying dollars funding this thing that the students agreed to take part in? Like what's going on here? Why? But then I also understand like how the mental stress relief of like $10K being off of your, your books, and I get the benefit and how much better society will be, and like we get tax-paying dollars that bail out, more rich people who don't deserve it, people who take advantage of the system. And this is literally just helping people who are committed to education to further their lives and be contributing parts of society. Majority of people who go to college will graduate. And I'm just looking at it like there's a lot to say. I think we can all agree that the post-secondary education system and everything there is rotten, and we can say that they're the enemy. I feel like a law that would restrict how much they can charge you or things like that would be beneficial.
No,
right.
But what they need to stop is have the U.S. Back up the loans. That's why the prices have gone so high, because it's the government is backing the loans, and so that's why they're going. You know that course was like $10,000 5 years ago. Now it's $45,000. Because we know that we can force you to have to pay the student loan back.
So that's
But
the
another
enemy
reason,
there.
I was just gonna say another reason why I don't have like much of an issue with it is because if you look at the numbers about all these people who went to college and got these students debt, how much of them really actually end up working in their field? You know what I mean? That I think that's kind of a little bit of an issue too as well. You got all this education, but you can't find a job in your field, and you got to pay back this loan for this education that you have that you're not using.
I can understand you want to get a degree in the literary field or whatever. Like you want to get a degree in French literature. If you're paying $45,000 for a French literary degree, I'm sorry, that's your fault. That's your problem. You're stupid.
I can agree with that, but it depends on what you're taking too as well,
Right. But
right?
if
I
you're
agree.
trying to be, if you're trying to be a doctor or you're trying to be a scientist or you're trying to be an engineer, and those are expensive degrees, that I understand. But there's just some degrees that are like I can see being
I can
five,
agree with that.
10,000. Huh?
I said I can agree with that.
Yeah. That's all. Not that
Mhm.
I wanted to change the subject. Sorry, Joe.
I changed the subject already, and when K-Dot jumps, I'll ask him this question because that's his boy John Walker. For how long has Ant-Man
Really?
been podcasting for?
Oh God. This is they left it purposely ambiguous so that way we can. Atman podcasting is the new uh, uh, Black Widow released it to the internet. That's all it is.
Yeah, right.
So we can explain how does everybody know this? Oh, well, because Black Widow released everything on the internet. Well,
Yeah.
how do we know this? Adman podcasted it. Whatever.
So how long has he been doing it for? I was gonna ask how many episodes, but it's better to ask the length of time. He could do weekly releases, daily releases, weekends off. We don't know his schedule, but we know that Ant-Man has been podcasting, and I feel like after Endgame, he doesn't just immediately say, "I got the story to tell." Probably takes like 3-4 months off, and then starts podcasting weekly.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with
It's
that.
Ant-Man. How many stories does he have? Like,
He can tell stories of others. He got so popular. There are
why?
murals of him in Karachi. The Ant-Man
So
stories are getting places. 3 months after Endgame, okay, Skip and Tosh, okay, that's a decent amount of time.
he's
I,
got more. He'll be podcasting about what he was doing with his daughter and where they went that weekend. Please, he doesn't go anywhere. As much as I love the movies, it's Ant-Man. He's not exactly, being called for every little thing.
Ant-Man is the 14th movie in the MCU. Okay, put some respect
So,
on his name.
no, I don't.
How long has Ant-Man been podcasting on? So how long?
I would say maybe about a year, a year.
About a year.
Yeah, about a year.
What rate does Ant-Man publish new episodes? Weekly.
I say weekly as well. Or maybe, right after he stops a villain or something, he's podcasting. Hey, guess what happened? Blah blah blah. We did this. Yeah.
Basically, what Killmonger does for his scars, he's like, "Oh, I got to podcast this right now." Okay.
Yeah,
because we got to remember, right? When the kids came up and wanted to take Hulk's picture, he was like, "Hey, Ant-Man." So he was kind of upset that no one knew him. So you got
See,
the
that's the
podcast
origins. He's like, I gotta get my name out there. This is because
Yes.
they didn't want a photo with me.
Mhm.
They wanted it with Hawkeye. That'll never happen again. From now on, I'm gonna make influencer. See, and it worked for him, and that's why Titania is doing what she's doing, trying to be a superhero
oh, God,
villain influencer.
please.
It all works. You see how MCU's integrated.
Yes. Integrated.
That is so sad.
I'm like you. Remember when you didn't know the words to Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah. What I say, indigenous bastards.
Indigenous. That's how you know you're Canadian when you say indigenous.
Oh man, yeah, that was an accident. That was like on K-Dot stream like 3 weeks ago or something. That was funny.
Yeah.
I, for one, enjoy seeing things that are normally big be small and vice versa. I'm happy to watch Ant-Man movies. I love Ant-Man movies. That's right, Aglax. Ant-Man could literally do full issues just answering fan mail weekly for sure. Weekly, yeah. Before you asked, I already decided that. Yeah, twice a week. One of them is more focused on promoting his business. What is it, a Baskin Robbins?
Well, hold on. I to be fair, I don't think it can't be weekly. It has to be whenever. Because let's say he does it every Thursday. Well, if on Thursday he happens to be fighting somebody, what's he gonna do? Go, hold on, I got to do a podcast in an hour. Can we wrap this up?
Okay, so
I
he's
would
got
have
to
to
he's got to
say,
record them earlier in the week, but the releases will always happen on Thursday.
I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
So in case he has to go, to another planet, he's got his assistant putting on pre-recorded podcasts.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Question number 6 now. What would Banner Hulk out if he were fired? Bruce Banner? Early Bruce Banner? Yes. But as soon as we see Bruce Banner in the first movie when Ed Norton was playing him, remember how he went like a really long day and the movie kept on saying he's gone 100 days without an incident.
Yeah.
101 days. I think he got his chakra right, That Bruce Banner? Nah, he wouldn't flip out if he was just fired, He probably had many jobs.
But Banner has said, I'm always angry. So even if he's fired, it wouldn't really.
So that's the 2012 Hulk who's I'm always angry. He had his control on it too. So
to a point, he had his control to a point.
Have we ever had a loose cannon Hulk who just couldn't control it outside of Wanda?
The one that destroyed the Hulk that destroyed Harlem that just happened to be Yonge Street, Toronto. But whatever, I'm not going to argue that.
Oh, you saw the Zanzibar too, didn't you?
Yes. Zanzibar. What's a Zanzibar, Chillmonger? I have no idea what a Zanzibar is.
Nobody Google Zanzibar on my directions. Nobody. Who is better at geometry?
Wait,
Spider-Man?
hold on a second. In Infinity War, that was Toronto?
No, in the Hulk movie.
The Hulk movie.
Oh, yeah. My friend.
Apparently in the MCU, Anzo, that was Harlem.
Yeah. One of my best friend's nephew was in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one where they interview him and he says it was a big Hulk.
Oh, yeah?
He got to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's the highlight of my YouTube channel. I've never had anybody know a guy who was in the MCU.
Yeah. I grew up with him. Like we used to hang out all the time. And I was like, oh, when I seen it, I was like, oh shit, that's PJ.
I know that guy.
Yeah. That was PJ. No, that's awesome. Ex-con security is his business. Oh, that's right. That is Ant-Man's business. You're right. What are your thoughts on recasting of Ant-Man's daughter without even telling the original actress? William. I am against. I don't know. I would prefer the
recasting. This is a guy against recasting in general.
Wait, no, that's not me. I'm for T'Challa getting recast because the actual actor died and the character is really important. I would say that when I saw what the recasting, like what the hell's going on here? My first thought was, well, if you're no, okay. The same day we found out they were recasting the daughter, moments later, maybe like 5 minutes later, is when they announced we're not recasting T'Challa. It was the same day, and that was I've always linked those two as like you are doing recasting for worse reasons. You should be doing it for T'Challa. That's my thoughts on that, William. Kind of linked to T'Challa. Geometry, Spider-Man or Shang-Chi?
Why would you consider Shang-Chi good at geometry? I'm trying to picture why. Oh, really? We're going to go the racist route? Really? We're going to go the racist route on this channel. Wow.
It's Spider-Man.
No. Spider-Man okay, how's this? Spider-Man requires plot armor to be able to do his geometry. Shang-Chi doesn't.
That makes him more better. He defies plot
logic. He defies logic to get his geometry to work,
and that's why Spider-Man is a geometrical master. I think Shang-Chi's he's got to know if I'm gonna swing this way and the bus is moving this speed, I got to be able to maneuver, and he takes in a lot. But that's not geometry, is it? Yeah, it is. It's variables. There's a lot of mathematics happening. He's I'll give Shang-Chi a little bit of credit. He's an A student, but Peter is an A+ student.
Neither.
I agree.
Spider-Man is. He's looking. I'm not even replaying that dumb scene. Forget it. Ridiculous.
Well, Spider-Man's have it in the live chat. Aglax and Kita at Spider-Man. Number 8 is, what does Wong think about that new Beyonce album? If you like it, then I should have put a ring on it. He knows Beyonce. He goes back with her. He's a member of the Beehive. What does he think of this new one? This dance music Beyonce. I think he's feeling it.
I never heard it, so I can't.
I didn't even know she had a new album.
It's been out maybe a month now. It's a new...
Yeah, about a month. Yeah.
You ever heard "Break My Soul"?
No, I never heard no songs from it yet.
No.
Well, just based off the title, "Break My Soul."
Yeah, he's feeling Beyonce. Trust me, he's feeling.
He's feeling Beyonce.
he's there like, fortify your soul. Yeah, Wong is feeling Beyonce. He likes that.
I don't see Wong being a Beyonce fan.
It's canon. Okay.
It is?
Yeah. In the library in the first movie,
okay,
there was a scene where Doctor Strange was making a portal to get some books, and Wong was in the foreground, and you could see him with his earbuds on, listening to Beyonce.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I never caught that. That's cool.
Yeah.
K. Dot, I have one question for you, and it has to do with your boy Jonathan, U.S. Agent Walker.
Yeah, my dude.
Would he cancel student debt if he were the president?
Hell yeah. John Walker's a man for the people, bro.
John Walker's a man for the people.
He's like, I'll be honest with you. This John Walker ain't even bad. Like, this ain't even the one from the comics that's supposed to be a douchebag and all that shit.
No.
This dude is like, he's not even a bad guy. He's not even bad. He's heavily misunderstood, but yeah, he would cancel student loan.
I'm just saying, he's on the Thunderbolts. Allegedly, it looks like that's the rumor. He's not on the Avengers.
But you know me, I'm the DC lover. I feel like the Thunderbolts gonna be a watered down Suicide Squad. They're different teams, but I really feel like they're gonna be a more watered down version that's not really bad. Because they are the bad guys on this team. I don't feel like they're gonna be bad.
Really? Because I figured they would have been more of a watered down or a variant on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is going out. We're gonna have Thunderbolts, because if they have Bullseye, because Bullseye was kind of jokey in the comics, and they had like that's how I figured. That's how I viewed the Thunderbolts. It's plus it's the MCU. They have to have their jokey team of quips and stuff like that.
I mean, I like the quips won't bother me. It's just I feel like they won't be like
funny.
No, like villains by the end of it. I feel like they're gonna push them in a more like heroic type of route and not make them be the villains they're supposed to be, because they're villains. You know, they're villains.
Well, eventually, and at the beginning, that was the whole thing about the Thunderbolts. Nobody knew that they were villains until later on.
Right.
We are playing 33 Questions with Fanboy, with K-Dot, and with Bigaford Entertainment. We all have channels. Number 9, would you gulp a Starbucks drink from the trash for an opportunity to meet a Marvel actor?
Hell no. Well,
absolutely not.
No.
Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that.
I might do it for 3.
Let me rephrase that. Scarlett Johansson, I might consider it.
So if you get to meet this actor, okay, you get to like over dinner. Nothing's promised afterwards. I mean, if the actor or actress likes you and wants to spend more time with you, and you feel like you have the ability to woo him, then you know that's in the cards. Okay, that's possible. But I'm just promising you a meet and greet dinner.
A date? There's a difference between meet and date.
You meet them. You get to meet them
at a convention. What do I need to drink a Starbucks coffee for?
Because that's what happened to a fan who saw the game, and there's like this viral video of the game saying, "Yeah, he said like I'll buy you a bag if you take it out."
The girl, he told her to eat out the trash, and he would buy her a Balenciaga bag.
She found like a little Starbucks. There's a clip you might want to talk about.
The game walked up on this white chick and asked her. Well, she came to him first. It looked kind of scripted. It could be fake. I don't know.
I think it's fake, but I think everything's fake. But yeah.
Yeah, it could be fake. But the girl saw his bag and he was like, Yeah, I'll get you one if you eat out the trash right now.
And the first thing that was in the garbage was a Starbucks. And she's like, okay, let me just gulp it. First of all, like, who throws liquid into the garbage? You know what I mean? And there was just enough
When
to.
it's cold, again, if like depending on how big it is, and then it gets cold.
But see, like it might be scripted. That's why I bet she probably just had a drink, already put it in there, and they just scripted the whole thing. Could be scripted, but it seems kind of scripted.
We got circumstances. 9 is LMAO, F no. No, some people would do it. I'm just saying. Like, there's people who would do it for Scarlett Johansson, for what was Nakia's character? Well, her. Lupita Nyong'o, that woman, yes. Yes, John Walker was strategically would make sense to do something about your waterlogged with debt economy. You see? We're thinking. Nope. Nah. None of us are doing this, taking nothing out the trash.
I wouldn't drink a Starbucks that was fresh. To me, I don't care.
It was like a fruit drink too. It wasn't a coffee.
I mean, I would totally do it for Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlett Johansson, but that's if I'm going to be guaranteed something, right? I'm only doing it if I'm guaranteed something.
So
Question was yeah.
So if you're guaranteed some, like, late
Some
night
vegetables?
action, then you'll do it.
Yeah, I better be guaranteed something. I'm not going to do that because look, if let's say I get sick or something, at least I will die knowing I got to do something that I always wanted to do. I'll die happy.
All right, hold on now. Let me flip it. For everyone who said no, what if this wasn't for a Marvel actor? What if this was like real life superheroes and we got to see these superheroes? All I got to do is drink, gulp anything, and you get to be with Tony Stark.
I'm totally doing it for Starfire.
I'm doing it for T'Challa. For Starfire.
I would do it to go to Wakanda, to be able to visit, to meet certain individuals that I have a crush on, but that's about it.
I would
did
definitely.
You say you would do it for T'Challa?
No, I would do it for Okoye.
No, Chillmonger said T'Challa.
Yeah,
oh,
what's wrong with
no,
Because we all saying we do it for some women, and you
I'll do it for
T'Challa.
Okoye. I'll do it for Okoye. I ain't doing
One
it
of these
for
kids is doing his own thing.
Hey, the king of uncolonized Africa. If that was real, you wouldn't be interested. You want to have a memory, or do you want to have?
And see, look, this is the perk, right? Wakanda, they got all this advanced technology. Let's say if you do get sick from drinking the Starbucks, they can do whatever BS they got to do to, save your life. So you get to meet the king. He can make sure you won't die, and you're all good. So
listen, I would like to get to Wakanda. I would do it, but it would have to be for one of the Laja Moray or whatever they're called. It would have to be for one of them. And then by chance I'd get to meet.
There's only the one for me, Anzo. There's only the one for me.
And then
Ayo?
Which one?
Which one, Ayo?
Jaded, you. Oh, you're asking me.
It's I would of all of them, it would only be Okoye. Without question.
Jeez, there you
go. Speaking of the game, his album is fire. That's nice to hear. I thought he fell off. But look, even when I reverse it and I say it's the Marvel character, nope. Still a no. Can this drink bring back from the dead? Because now I feel selfish. No, it's just a drink.
It's Starbucks.
A superhero wouldn't ask you to eat garbage. You're right, but I will. Question number 10. Does hard light sink or float? Hard lights. It's hard doesn't mean that it's heavy. Hard light will float.
Well, it depends, because if she has to make it like float, or because we saw, remember when she threw the hard light at Bruno, right? It was like a little disc. It just hit him in the face. It didn't stop. It didn't float. She controls if it can stay or drops.
Yeah, the density depends on what she wants it to do.
Right. So it's not like she can control it. It's not something that just happens randomly.
Well,
unless the writers want it to happen randomly, then it can happen randomly.
Well, I haven't watched the show where she uses the hard light, but doesn't she have to constantly control it? Like if she stops thinking about it, does it disappear?
Yes.
So then,
if she's not thinking right, or she's stressed out, or like literally there was an episode where she was trying to save a kid.
She's not focusing on it. It goes away.
She's not focusing at all.
So then, yeah, it's irrelevant. And if it'll float or sink, then chill.
You guys both went different ways. I'm expecting a single answer of sink or float. I should have started with
Neither.
Anzo because what you're saying is that it depends on what she chooses it to do, and what you're saying is that nah, f that, she doesn't have any power of it. It just disappears as soon as she's done with it. Like, nah,
It'll
if she
float.
it'll float.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if
It'll float.
can she use her hard light to make like a canoe?
Why not?
Yeah. So if she does that, it's not floating because it's a canoe. It's because it's hard light. It's floating because she wants it to float.
Okay, what if she wants to she's at a river and like, I want to make hard light, so she makes a hard light and it's like the size of a basketball, and she's like,
Yeah.
let's see if it floats or if it sinks.
Okay, can she do that?
Yes, I think.
That's my question, because that's why I was wondering. Could she just make like a
Yes,
basketball
you know what?
of
Let
hard
me
light?
think of an example. One time, her dad was coming inside the door, in the bedroom door, and she went no, and it left her body, and it would just like stayed on the door because she wanted it to keep dad out. So yeah, she can kind of control it when she's motivated to keep the door closed. So yeah, she can create a
Oh,
ball.
well then, yeah, I would
And
have to
make it
go
float.
with
I agree.
I would have to go with K-Dot, because she could make, like, she could make a ball and
Uh-huh.
it could be light enough like a beach ball and it could float. But if she wanted to make a hard light ball that was like as hard as a bowling ball, then it would sink. So I think she would have to if she wanted to make a hard light object specifically to float, I say she could do that.
True or false time? Abomination is a poet.
Oh God, please.
Yes. Yeah. He's sending letters to all these guys. It's true.
Yeah, he's a poet.
It's a haiku. All he does is haikus. Anybody can do a haiku.
And if you do enough, it's true. You're a poet.
Okay, fine. And that means I'm a poet, because I
Well,
used
we
to
haven't
do a
even
lot.
read what his poetry is, so we don't even know.
Well, he read one.
But it was like a small glimpse, and then Jen told her to stop. I mean, told him to stop whatever he was trying to do.
Yeah, and didn't even the Hulk, when he said that he got a letter, and but he's not that good a poet. Even the Hulk, even Banner said he's not that good a poet.
That proves my point. Not that good a poet, but he's a poet nonetheless. True or false? She-Hulk talks to the camera better than Deadpool did. It's true because there's eye contact. True.
False.
I'm kind of iffy with it. The fourth wall breaking is not as crazy as I expected. It's very it's fourth wall breaking, but it's very minor. Like Deadpool, at the end of Deadpool 1 where he literally freaking randomly out of nowhere has a picture of Hugh Jackman, puts it on his face, and it makes a obvious Hugh Jackman joke. Like, it's not nothing that far or super crazy. It's kind of light at the moment, but she's doing it fairly good. She was the first one to do it, so I expect her to do it fairly good.
What's
No,
up, Big?
Go ahead, Anzo. Sorry.
I was just gonna say hi to Big Bro.
Oh.
Oh yeah, just oh. Just oh. That's that how we treat Big Bro? What?
I would have to say she sucks at breaking the fourth wall, because while she's walking with her boss, she's breaking the fourth wall and totally misses what he was saying. So she's breaking the fourth wall, and then, but while she's breaking the fourth wall, her boss is still talking. And then when she stops, she turns around and he goes, "So what do you think?" And it's like she still hasn't figured out how to break the fourth wall yet. Like, how incompetent do you have to be?
She breaks the conversation too. She breaks focus. Zach Morris did it better. I would agree. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
Deadpool
mean,
does it
Jada does make a good point about that, because when they do break the fourth wall, they still are paying attention to what the person is saying while doing it. Because that's the whole point of fourth wall breaking. It's supposed to not be
only the audience and the person does it. And even in the first episode, when she breaks the fourth wall, the Hulk goes, "Who are you talking to?" It's like, what just? It's like, how does the Hulk know what just happened? Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, they're not really supposed
It's
to
a weird fourth wall breaking aspect.
Gave it to Jen. True or false? Deadpool will bring up her fourth wall breaks. This is true. This is going to be a scene. Yes, true.
Absolutely.
Two.
Yeah, I'll say true.
3.
Oh, come on. Who
K. Dot, will Deadpool bring up the
come
fourth
on,
wall?
K-Dot, you know.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, he's supposed to. If they don't, that's like a huge missed opportunity. That's an L if they don't do that. I would do it.
Ricardo says, true. True. Can't wait. That's right. It's happening. That's 13 is unanimously true.
Chill. If they don't do it, I'm never buying another MCU ticket again.
Oh, please.
Stop lying.
They did that in Deadpool as well when he broke the fourth wall. True. Yep. 14, true or false, Namor helped delay Aquaman 2. I think they were afraid. No, that's false. It was Avatar.
I mean, honestly,
false.
the delay annoys me, especially me as a DC fan, but nah, Namor didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
what is your boy doing over there though, K. Dot?
Man, I don't know what this man David.
I seen your video the other day, and I was like, wait a minute, they only have enough money to release 2 movies this year?
Hey, look, even I can't defend that. Look, I would admit, hey guys, I'm broke.
What do you mean they only have money to release 2? Do they actually have like an allowance there or something? What's going on?
Like, they literally said they only have enough money to release Black Adam and that Florence Pugh movie this year. That's the only movies they can release this year. That's what they say, which I feel like it's BS. But then I'm thinking like,
yeah,
they did lose a lot of money recently at getting rid of all that stuff, so it kind of makes sense that they're broke as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly, it kind of makes sense for Aquaman 2 in December again, like the first release. I don't know why they're releasing on December 25th, because nobody's not going to be going to the theaters on Christmas Day. Everybody's going to be at home. But
actually, you'd be surprised how much people go to the movie on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people go to the movie.
I stay at home. Well, if it's going to release Christmas Day, I'll watch it on the 24th because it's going to release the night before. So I'm gonna watch it on the 24th.
Like as an example, K. Dot, the busiest day at Disneyland is Christmas, because everybody thinks nobody would go, and that's when everybody goes.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. I would probably do the same thing too. Well, nobody's not going to be there. Guess what? It's all these people,
and it's packed.
I've gone to a theme park here, Wonderland. You know about it, Jaded Fanboy. Yeah. So on a rainy day or a poor weather day, always go. Especially if the rain is just like spitting rain, do it. You'll never wait.
Especially if you want to go on the roller coasters, the Mind Buster. That's the best time to go.
The Mind Buster is that wooden junk that you think is going to break.
One of the most popular rides at Wonderland is a roller coaster called Mind Buster, because it's 40 years old and it's still one of the last wooden roller coasters. The reason we want to go on it is because everybody. You always think that you're going to be the one where it finally falls apart and destroys itself.
False. Avatar 2 made the move. I'm saying that also, Gray, but the Big Bro says it's true, and he tributes Avatar also. Yeah, I'm thinking the same way you guys are thinking about that.
Well, Shazam 2 moved because of Avatar, which makes sense, but pushing it all the way to March, that's like, why? Just push it up to January.
Word.
Why'd you push it 3 months away from? I understand you don't want to get sworn by Avatar 2, but just release it the month after, because the box office is going to die down a little bit.
Depends, because it's John Cameron, right? So I'm pretty sure he's probably thinking that Avatar 2 is going to make a shitload of money, possibly close to what the first one made. Yeah. So that's going to take a couple of months. So I think 3 months is good.
I'm going to be the one helping the box office too. So
you can't underestimate those John Cameron films.
Yeah, exactly. Even though I don't like half of them, but whatever.
Question number 15. Wakabi makes Okoye freeze.
Nah, it's the other way around.
Yeah. It's the other way around. False.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okoye is running things. Not saying Wakabi,
I wouldn't say she's running things. It's Wakabi. Come on. I don't see Wakabi being that much of a pushover, though, K-Dog.
Well, I'm not saying he's a pushover, but like I feel like she's a very, not to say that he's like very weak in a relationship, but I feel like she has a more dominant force in
Really?
it. Like I think he's willing to listen to her more,
Right.
take her opinion on things a lot
Otherwise,
more
she'll
than
beat it into him.
most people. But nah, it's Okoye makes him freeze.
What makes him freeze?
I agree.
He's right up there in the mountains with the Jabari tribe when she's around. True or false, the She-Hulk mistrial was fair. I thought that was a fair thing to do. She just saved everyone. The jury is going to be biased. Of course, it's a mistrial. True.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of BS. I mean she did say those people lies, but you know the legal system always make up some shit to. They always do make up they always do something illogical to take out something logical. It's you know.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fair because it's exactly what they said. You know, people are like cheering for her, would have been biased. Everyone would have been happy for, you know, CC Hulk. Yeah, so yeah, it was fair.
Yeah.
I
It
would
was
have,
just crazy that people didn't want to hire her because she's like a She-Hulk now. Especially since Hulk is a celebrity, you would think like they'd want someone like that associated with them. Since you know you're gonna have people like, yeah, I want She-Hulk to represent me. You know,
Yeah,
like,
to be honest with you, I think a lot of other law firms would have picked her up instead of like saying no, no, no. So
Right.
that, yeah, I agree with you, Kato.
because that's going to just bring more people to you because they're going to go off like, yo, this is She-Hulk.
Mhm.
She's the
Yeah.
cousin of the Hulk, who's an Avenger, blah, blah, blah. She's, you know, she can do some things.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, but
She got pulled.
yeah, I know. No, see, that's the thing. She if
No,
you're
yeah,
up-
she
if
doesn't,
you're up for
but people are
murder,
going to
if
want
you're
her.
up- I'm just saying, if you're up for a murder rap, are you going to hire a person that just because they can become a giant green person, or do you want to hire a lawyer that'll get you off?
Or
Again,
murder, but if it's a superhero murder, yes, I would hire She-Hulk.
Why? She hasn't even proven herself as a lawyer yet.
They think that she's proven herself as a superhero, so that's all that matters.
But how could she have proven herself as a superhero when her first appearance was just that courtroom scene?
Yeah, it's
Well,
stupid.
I think it's since she does have like superhuman abilities,
Yeah.
it's going to be. It makes sense to have a superhuman represent another superhuman.
What? No, but Kate, that existed like a week after she got her powers. You know what I mean? It's
Look,
like it's
all
not
that
like
matters.
there's always been.
No, it was actually months after she got her powers when Titania invaded, but it's because they saw her do that. They go,
Right.
okay, well, this is a superhero. She's qualified. Who you hire as a lawyer is important. You know, any male who's going against his ex, they always have female lawyers just to make a
Well, yeah.
sound or look better or not seem as dominating forces. They got a woman speaking for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kate, chill. Even the boss says one of the conditions is you have to always be She-Hulk. If you say no, you don't get the job. But they still have the supervillain criminal organization. So if according to the show, if Jen had said no, they would have gone, okay, we'll just get somebody else. So it's not like she's dependent. You know, they don't want her because she's a great lawyer. They want her because she's the She-Hulk. She's the face of it. So if she had said no, they would have gone, okay, we'll just get somebody else. That's okay. Hire Dennis. I like Dennis.
So
You're not
it's
wrong about that.
false?
I mean, they are hiring specifically because she looks a certain way. But yeah, they are hiring her for that.
We're joined
Yeah,
by
they're not hiring her for her skills. She doesn't have any.
We're on question 16 of 33 Burning MCU Questions. Joining is a first-timer multi-topic talk. Hello there.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How is it right now? What's going on?
We're asking 33 questions. You're halfway into the show, and I am going to rewind. I'm going to ask you the most important one about John Walker. Would the U.S. agent cancel student debt if he was the president?
I don't know who's John Walker.
Did you not watch Falcon Winter Soldier?
No.
Oh, that's why you didn't ask me about it on the podcast a couple days ago.
Yeah.
On his YouTube channel, folks, if you want to find new people and whatnot, multi-topic talk, you'll see he and I chit-chatting about Hawkeye, Moon Knight came up, She-Hulk, of course, we began with, and Boruto for some reason. That came up too.
Yeah.
But multi-topic talk. Here we are on question number 16, and I was asking if the She-Hulk mistrial was fair, and I think it's true.
I think it's true as well. It makes sense.
Good.
And
The only
it
one
makes more sense than the moment where she get rehired after getting fired.
true in their world, it's a convenient loophole that got exploited. Did I watch Jessica Jones yet? No, I didn't. But William must have listened to our podcast because we brought up Jessica Jones too.
Yeah.
Question number 17. True or false? Moon Knight needed more villains.
I think he needed some street level villains, not a supernatural god to fight. I think you should have started street level with Moon Knight for his first season, like street level, like drugs or supernatural drugs on the streets of New York, messing with people's heads and stuff.
I'll give you that.
It's a double-edged sword because the only villain we had was not really great. Let's be honest, it wasn't a great villain. So if they introduce new villain, maybe they are bad as well.
You're gonna go with false?
Yeah.
You're supposed to go like, oh no. The new villain would be good, you know? And yeah, I think that it's true with a little bit more villainy in there, that it would be a better show. Big Bro agrees. Yeah, okay, so that's a true for me. False for Multi. K-Dot said true.
I'm gonna go with false because I think we needed more Moon Knight than we needed more villains.
That's
Okay.
true too.
Okay. And Jaded Fanboy, did Moon Knight need more villains?
I'm gonna have to say yeah, because I would have to say yes. It's just that the villains that are more his style aren't really villains anymore. Like oh shoot, like Bullseye I would have liked, but he's not in yet. Crossbones would have been great, but he's dead. Oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank. The villain that Black Widow fought. What's her fit?
Taskmaster?
Yeah, Taskmaster would have been a great Moon Knight villain, but she's not. Again, it's like there are some good street level villains. It's just that the MCU kind of got rid of them, got rid of a bunch of them, and I don't think they want to risk B-list or good or big name villains or street level villains on Moon Knight.
Bushman. Okay, I see how like this one's a divisive one, so I'm not going to say that there's a right or wrong answer. 18, the shattered glass sound effects in Arthur Harrow's feet that made his character. I'm gonna say true. If those shattered glasses every time he took a step, even the blood and everything, if that wasn't in it, then who really cares? It made the character true.
I agree. It's true.
The shattered glass sound effects Arthur Shoe makes his character. I don't even remember that.
Do you remember that, Jaded Fanboy?
I'm just thinking, how weak of a villain do you have to be that the sound effect that your shoes make is your defining characteristic?
Or how iconic is the sound effect? So
I
you're
don't
saying
care how
true.
iconic it is. It's just the guy walking, and that's all you can think about.
Mhm.
That's like saying, "Wow, Doctor Doom is a really cool villain because I like the way his cape flaps in the wind."
Yeah, it's false. It's false.
Falses have it.
You're a sad villain if the way you walk is your defining character.
Wait, that means you are saying that the way he walks is important and it made him, right?
Yeah, it makes his character.
There we go. We got
Not sad, but in a sad way, not in the way you guys are trying to give it establish.
I just want to be in the majority, and I think I got that. Gray is laughing. Kita says that he was a bad ASS. See? All right. See, guys? Get with the program. Number 19. What was the best comment so far from live chat today? I think it was probably Tony. It's usually Tony.
So far, I've not seen the chat, so I cannot tell.
Oh, this
I'm gonna
probably
give
is
it
the
to my
best
boy
one.
Tony. I'm gonna give it to my boy Tony.
Aglax was helpful because ex-con security is his business. That is, I forgot all about that. Yes, that's true.
Tony can have it today.
Tony
We'll
takes
Hold
it.
on. Give me a second. I'm getting
What?
I'd have to say William because he goes, MCU is all about being a joke right now. Best comment.
Okay, I say like Jay did.
Where did he write that? I don't see it. No,
It's up on the top.
it must
right
be on.
in the
No,
middle.
it's just too much work.
Don't show too much. He's gonna delete the evidence.
Rich- the way the capes flow in the wind is a form of art.
That is true.
What kind of Zack Snyderism fan is
But
that?
unless Zack Snyder does it, then you're a messiah figure.
Any character is made cooler by a good cape flap.
That is true.
I'm open to different opinions. That's fine with me. Thumbs up the video if you like what you're seeing. Question number 20.
Absolutely.
Who is a better at video games, Wanda's kids or Sam's nephews?
Sam's nephews, bro.
They loved the games.
Yes, Sam's nephews.
Wanda's
But-
kids want to eat ice cream.
Yeah, we saw them like playing outside and stuff. Like like get out of here. Who plays outside anymore? Come
Well,
on.
not only that, what games were Wanda's kids playing versus what Sam's nephews were playing? Because
We
if
don't know
Wanda's-
what
I think they
games
was
they
playing
were-
like board games and stuff. I don't know. If they were. I remember them playing video games in the show.
In Falcon Winter Soldier, when Sarah and Sam went to get their loan, they're like, "Hey, stay back here, kids. No video games." And they're like, "Yes, video games." And they ran off. Those are dedicated gamers. They've got Twitch channels. They've got more subs than I do. Sam's nephews.
anybody can.
They're monetized. All right. Question number 21. Is there any character who would write a book, I'm glad my mom died? The Black Widow is not, because she's trying to figure out her mom died, and then she.
I need to read that.
That
book.
one is
I'm gonna
dark.
read that. I'm gonna read that book. That book seems interesting. I'm glad my mom. Probably Gamora. Gamora and Nebula will write that book. Nebula will write a book like that, but it will be. I'm glad my dad died.
Yeah, that would be the
Maybe Wanda's kid
Why?
because she killed people.
Wanda doesn't have any kids to write
Well,
a book.
The 838 universe,
The fake
those
kids.
kids would be happy that their mom died. Like, oh, she's gone. Like the bad Scarlet Witch version.
Yeah,
Those kids.
that's what I'm saying.
Wanda doesn't have kids.
Don't tell her that. She may be listening. She can dream walk. She's gonna pop in here any second.
Why? So just go to another universe and grab somebody and grab some other Wanda's non-kids.
When I heard that loophole, like, well, that someone just broke the plot for me. They said, "Why doesn't Wanda go to one of the infinite universes where the kids lost their mom and she could be a step-in parent?"
Surrogate, yeah.
Well, they changed. I don't know why they brought this up, but they changed the reasoning for it. Wanda just made something up on the spot, like, well, what if they get sick and die and I have to go somewhere else? Because she was trying to justify why she needed the powers. And Wong was trying to tell her that she can just pop into a universe where they don't have kids or where they don't have a mom and just take over. But she was like, no, I need to have the powers. She's trying to justify killing
No, the movie it was trying
America
to justify
Chavez.
killing.
But she didn't need to kill her to do what she needed to do. She didn't even need her to do what she needed to do. She can break reality. So she don't even need America Chavez to go to different universes anyways. She can say, pop me into this different universe. Boop, 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 boop. She got the powers to do it. Come on.
Multiverse of Madness and search for a viable plot.
Multiverse of Wanda, you should say.
The question that we asked about who would write the title, I'm glad my mom died, is answered by none other than Trinity of Second Street Marvel. It would be Mark Spector being glad that his
Yes,
mom died.
very good. That's I was trying to think. I was trying to think
Being
of
a bad
character.
boy.
Question number 22. What was T'Chaka's cause of death? T'Chaka died in an explosion that quote unquote Bucky set up, but it was really Zemo. Like, if you're a Panther, did he not have Komoyo beads on him? What was it?
I think the serum was stripped from his body.
Yeah, he
Serum?
doesn't get the serum. If he's
Okay, so he doesn't
Right.
have the
The
enhancements.
serum anymore. No.
yeah, he doesn't have the serum anymore.
No, yeah,
Because he-
because the
because
father
he
has
wouldn't-
it. I
He
mean,
wouldn't even
T'Challa
be
has
so
it.
out of shape
T'Challa
too.
I still think that T'Challa, if he could save Everett Ross in the Black Panther movie after he gets shot in the spine, he's just like, oh, put this thing inside of him. You don't think he tried to do that with his own dad? He probably did. I think it was like, it wasn't a
point.
broken bone. It was actually a heart attack or a internal kind of like shocking moment that
Yeah, but
maybe,
they
like I said, it
never-
could have triggered anything. He could have had a freaking stroke for all we know from it. But as soon as the explosion hit, like he immediately died. And, like,
This is
whenever it
Civil
happened,
War
he
we
was
are
literally,
talking
like,
about.
dead.
I
And
actually
when
Yeah,
he
Civil
turned,
War.
forgot about the movie. I remember that now.
I think T'Chaka was not in good health. He was on the decline already, and something's up with his eye. If we pay attention, there was something wrong with the eye. Was a little bit. There was a lag, basically, if that's the right way to put it. Shawn Michaels has the same thing right now, but like T'Chaka was sick already. The explosion exacerbated an already ongoing illness.
Okay, you want to know what? You want to know what was the cause of T'Chaka's death? The movie needed Black Panther to have a mad on Bucky, and that's why he died. There. That's why he died. That was the cause of the death.
Thank
He
you,
needed,
That's the
fan.
best
needed to be mad
explanation
at
ever.
needed to be mad at Bucky.
How to turn a death into a plot device.
Yeah, T'Chaka's death was a plot device. That's all.
He was old. Shuri made those for the Black Panther movie. Oh, okay. But hold on, Gray. The Black Panther movie happens 2 weeks or a week after T'Chaka died. It was.
Yeah, it's a week after.
Wasn't it back and forth? Was there a scene where they?
No, I
say
think it was
created
literally. I think it was literally 2 days or a day after the Civil War.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I'm
literally
bad
No.
with timelines.
There's no
but
way it would.
It's 2 years apart, both movies.
I wouldn't say it was a. I
Nah,
wouldn't
Black
say.
Panther is within the 2 years, but it's the first one closest to the Civil War event to happen.
I'm
And
just
so is
saying-
Homecoming.
Okay.
Are you saying?
Don't you
saying that-
remember in Black Panther, he was returning and he goes to Nakia, hey, my father just died. You got to leave your little mission that you're on here in Nigeria. Come back home with us. And they're like,
Yeah, they
mourning
was
the
having
loss
that
of their
the
dad.
funeral.
And on the
No,
news, on the TV, it said, the Wakandan leader just died and Wakanda doesn't take foreign aid. That happened in the movie. So Civil War, even though the films are 2 years apart, the Black Panther movie
Civil War and
happens
Infinity War is 2 years apart, but Civil War, Black Panther happens literally 2 days, 3 days, literally within the same week as Civil War ending.
Well,
no.
Gray says that they were
Is about
promoting-
the same, within the same week, like immediately after that stuff. Homecoming could be like 2 weeks after, but they're not even a month out from the Civil War event.
Yeah, I would have to say at least a month because I'm going. Their king just died. They'd have like a week of mourning. I mean, there'd be like,
they're saving that for Wakanda forever. You'll get plenty of
I'm
mourning
just
there.
saying, I don't see King T'Chaka dying and then back at Wakanda going, okay, oh well, back to work. I mean, I think there'd be a little bit more interest in. I mean, the planning the funeral alone is gonna take a week.
But in Wakanda, they're funeral planning for us is a little different because we gotta take costs a lot more.
The funeral was already planned in Wakanda. They were prepared for T'Chaka's death. The
Oh, you
mom
think
wasn't even
so?
mad. She's like, he is with us. Like, she knew that the man was on his way out. Everyone was prepped for it. And it was his last UN meeting. T'Chaka's cause of death.
You guys are harsh.
I'm
Man.
just saying, it was an inevitability, and it's fine. T'Chaka's dying. And as everyone knew about it in the royal family. The 23rd question: who was the Dan Lin of Marvel? Everyone's asking, who's the Kevin Feige of DC? Let's flip it around, okay? Dan Lin, new guy hired to be the president of DC Films. Who's the Dan Lin of Marvel? Who's the guy with a couple of things under his belt and then gets the promotion? Who's that?
That's Kevin Feige.
Is
'Cause
that
now
it?
it's Marvel. Kevin
That sounds like
Feige
such a
is
simple
good, man.
answer. To give it to Cave, to give it to him is like, that's not creative. I
Or
would say that-
Victoria Alonso. That's the only two name I know.
Nate Moore. We know him. The guy who keeps giving terrible answers of why they shouldn't recast T'Challa. Nate Moore is an executive there. Louis Despacito. Who else is there? Freaking executive wise, that's okay. Like Kevin Feige's the answer.
It's Kevin Feige.
Kate, I want to chime in if he's there. I guess he's busy. While they'd mourn, passing on into the afterlife is a rite of passage, and they'd also honor him and keep moving on.
Oh, I
But
agree.
here's
I'm just
the
saying
thing.
he is the king.
Shala died in Black Panther, right? But he came back.
Kind of, in a way, yeah. He was in the snow. He was about to die.
So
Yeah,
after
but-
that, I'm like, if they die, they just can bring back people if they want.
I like what Jared answered. Iman Vellani, even though she hasn't had anything yet, lol. Yeah, she's already the president of DC. She's already the Dan Lin of Marvel. 24. What is the most necessary component of a Wasp cosplay? A Wasp cosplay. The only thing that separates her from Ant-Man, let's face it, is those fluttering wings. If you don't, if you don't have the wings on, Zo, are you even the Wasp? You're gonna get people saying, "Oh, what are you?" Oh, even if you're a female dressed up, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're sexy Ant-Man." No. You need the wings.
Facts. You need the wings.
Easy. Open and shut case.
What's the Wasp costume look like? Hold on.
You just want to be the
Different.
I'm agreeing
extra
with you. I just
answer.
don't know what. I just can't picture what the Wasp outfit looks like.
You literally the devil's advocate. You've heard that terminology before. This is the jaded advocate.
Yeah, because they're pretty much identical, other than coloring. So yeah, it would have to obviously be the wings.
All right, there we go. We got
Ant-Man has like red and black, whereas Wasp is pretty much mostly all black. The helmets look pretty much the same. So yeah, definitely it has to be the wings. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. There we go. It's not that hard. 25. Sometimes these are going to be quick ones. Everyone's going to agree, and we don't have to open up the
I thought it
Google
was
machine.
a trick question. That's why it was so easy. I thought it was a trick question.
Okay. In the live chat, somebody said the wings and yellow accents into the costume. The wings are sexy. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, sure. No, I'm not going to yuck your yum, Kita. Sure. 25. Who would you like to be the lead actor of Avengers Secret Wars?
Cumberbatch, Doctor
That's a good
Strange,
pick.
best character ever.
That's a good pick. He can definitely carry it. He's popular enough. The Doctor Strange brand could move a movie. Yeah, I would say Doctor Strange. Captain Marvel. I'll see what she does in Captain Marvel 2.
No.
You said you were looking forward to
I'd
it. You
rather
said
pick
you said
Kamala Khan than Captain Marvel.
Kamala will save
I'd
Captain
rather
Marvel.
pick Kamala than Captain Marvel.
You see,
It's gotta be false. It's gotta be Captain America. It's gotta be Captain America.
Don't play with me, Anzo.
No,
Why
I'm
did you
saying
say
It's
that?
gotta be Captain America.
Captain
Because
America's
if
on the
you-
moon.
Huh? Because
He's-
no, the real Captain America, Falcon.
Yeah. Roger, Steve Roger.
Yeah,
Bring him
exactly. Yeah, the
back.
real Captain America. Thank you.
Bring him back.
Speak
Recast, I
English.
don't care. Bring him back.
Oh man. So you
Captain
think that
America has been one of the leads in all the Avengers movies. So just because he's a different Captain America now, he can't be the lead? No, he's just got to be Captain America.
they will show you? You're gonna watch that movie and you're gonna say, "Hey, where's Sam? Why is it going to Carol? Why is it going to Thor? Why is Hulk getting all this? This wasn't like the old movies." And then it's gonna register with you. Finally, you'll go, "Chill's right," and everyone else was right. We don't want secondary hand-me-down Captain Americas. Sam should be Falcon, his own guy. And
I agree. I agree 100%. I don't like what they're doing.
Anzo agrees 1%. He's on his way.
I don't agree at all. Has to be Falcon. The Captain America is a mantle. I am good with him being the new Captain America, and he should be the one that leads Secret War. Him.
Idiot.
Hold on.
Keep going.
Him and your girl Ironheart.
No.
Whoa!
I don't
Don't
care
try
about
buttering me up.
Ironheart.
Don't try that. You think you
Throw her
can
at the window.
slide
I
her
don't
in
care about
with
Ironheart.
a first round draft pick,
Yeah,
like she's just part of the deal?
The new Captain America and the new Iron Man. Why not?
Oh, and you can have Love, and you can have the new Thor too.
Please. What are they doing with Love? Is there a Marvel character called Love? There's not,
I
is
have
there?
no idea.
Yeah,
I don't
They
think
will
so.
make her. They will iron what it in. They will say, "Oh, make the love character."
probably. Aggressively Relaxed says, I went to a con as a Monarch henchman from Venture Brothers. I don't know if he's serious or not. And a bunch of people thought I was Wasp. You can never tell if this guy's joking
Monarch.
or serious.
Okay.
Whoever
Wow.
plays Doctor Doom is going to get the lines.
That
Aaron
cosplay
Davis.
must be bad For
Aaron
real, the
Davis
costume must be bad.
isn't Aaron Davis the guy who Spider-Man's uncle? Uncle Aaron? Yes, he is. Mr. Fantastic. He could get the most lines in Secret Wars. It's just the sad thing is we haven't seen him in his movie yet. It's gonna happen first, and then we get Avengers. Same thing with Sam. He's gonna get his movie, New World Order, and then we'll see what happens. And oh my God, Sam.
But
Why
I don't think-
Sam?
You mean
We
Falcon?
better when he was Falcon.
in the second Secret Wars storyline, wasn't Spider-Man the focus of it though? Like,
My
in
bad.
like there's a Secret Wars from the 80s, but the last Secret Wars wasn't Spider-Man kind of like the focus of the
I don't think he will be in a team up movie again anytime soon. I think that will keep him for his solo movies or something.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just saying I don't remember that much about the second Secret War, so I thought Spider-Man. So I don't know how they would do that for the movies.
And I just gotta ask this question because Chillmonger is really like on this Captain America thing, but look who you have in the background.
It's just a poster. It's just, I
It's
wanted
Falcon.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Falcon.
Falcon.
I believe it says Captain America on the poster.
Yeah, me too.
Falcon on the poster.
Yeah,
Okay,
me
you
too.
guys have problem with your vision. It clearly says
Falcon.
Samuel Wilson. You guys are
Does it really?
Yeah, it says
What's it say under Captain America?
Symbol of truth. That's the name of his.
Oh, the symbol of truth. There you go.
They're doing 2 comic books, and this is the cover of the first series. The
Oh,
first
okay.
one is called this one, Symbol of Truth, and coinciding is the one called Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, and Steve Rogers is the main character there. And then I think on issue 12 of both of the comics, they'll unite, and that's coming I think 3-4 months from now. But they said that's what's happening at Comic-Con, and I like the idea of stories, crossing over. That's always a plus. But like the sales from Sam Wilson, according to the websites that measure, it's not even in the top 50. But the sales for Steve Rogers' book, the one that's called Sentinel of Liberty, is. And I'm like, yeah, who you fooling? Just because you made them both Captain America this time, it's not like people bought it into it. Maybe you should have told. Never mind. I'm getting off topic. But that's what the poster is from. Miles was the focus of Civil War 2.
He was? Oh, okay.
They need to bring Luke Cage into the MCU after he gets out of jail again.
Just not the same Luke Cage actor that played the one in the Marvel series. Let's change that guy because
Why?
I don't like him. I don't like him.
Because he didn't like him. People will like him. Cannot have him again.
Well, if you guys like him, that's up to you. I just think they could find someone a lot better to play Luke Cage.
And Danny Rand replaced that actor too. Christ.
Danny Rand, I agree.
Absolutely.
Danny Rand was godly awful. And this
That
show
had
as
to have
well.
been the first show that I couldn't watch because the actor who played the character that I liked was so bad at it.
I tapped out after 4 episodes, and that's the only
You
Netflix show I
you
didn't
made it more
finish.
than I did.
I just Googled Reggie Jean Page, and he's the black guy from Bridgerton. You know my opinions on changing the race of a character. That doesn't make the comic book world more diverse. The top 10 Marvel superheroes are just as white as they were before the race swap. Same thing with making Professor X Giancarlo Esposito. It does not improve the showcase, the roster of white characters, and it doesn't add any diversity at all. It just means for this movie and maybe even the sequels, you'll have a character who isn't white playing that guy. It will always return to the next time they do a film, the next time they do a video game. They won't say, "Oh, we got to be consistent. We now do a black guy who plays
But
what was your comment?
You're
Reggie
saying
John
the
Page
sequel,
played Mr. Fantastic.
but you got to understand this guy will probably be playing Mr. Fantastic for at least 10 years.
Yeah, 10
That's the
years
thing, though.
has not eternity. What I want is a successful eternity with longevity. Like make Black Panther a household name, which happened. Like it literally just happened in 2018. In one fell swoop, a movie came and it made this guy a popular name. probably in the top 10 of superheroes in Marvel.
But you
That's meaningful.
underestimate how popular T'Challa was, anyways, right? T'Challa was
wasn't
very
top 10.
popular. No, I'm not saying that, but he was still known. He was still popular. Go back and watch Do the Right Thing. All they talk about is T'Challa and Black Panther. You know what I mean? So he's been around.
And chill.
He was the right guy. He was. Sorry, Jaded. Go ahead, Jaded.
I was just gonna say, yes, I agree. Don't race swap for 1 or 2 movies, but if you do what they did with Nick Fury with Samuel L. Jackson, if you make it that it is an established character, because nobody even knows about Nicholas J. Fury, the white guy. Everybody only knows Nick Fury as Samuel Jackson. So it's like if I'm sorry.
I think it's because of the performance. That's the performance that made it.
Well, I'm just saying that if they stick to it, then fine,
right,
that's different.
Right. But, and I hate to say this, but to Chillmonger's point, he was changed in the comic first before he was changed in the movie, right?
Right.
But I'm not saying, like, now let's say they were to do that, make him Mr. Fantastic, and then they happen to reboot it, then they can make him black, and it's like, oh yeah, right. So I agree with what Jada's saying.
In a way, they didn't change Nick Fury. Rather, they created a brand new Nick Fury who just had dark skin. It's not exactly the same thing. But here's
what? No, there was a Nick Fury. He was white, and then you have a black one who's Nick Fury. It's the same thing.
Nick Fury was white from the 60s.
But they didn't change him. It's literally a different person.
Right, it's a different Nick Fury.
Like they didn't say step here and we'll change your skin color, Nick. And they're actually two different people.
Right.
In the comic books.
No, I understand that because one is from the Ultimate Universe and one is from the 616.
It's really complicated, but they're two different people.
Yeah, explain. I need an explanation. How are they different? Like, what makes them different?
I believe the Ultimate Universe version that looks like Samuel Jackson, that guy was created like years ago, right? Probably 2005, I think. I maybe I'm wrong. But he didn't carry ogre. He's not the one. If you read a Marvel comic, black Nick Fury with an eye patch. They actually said white Nick Fury had a kid or a grandkid who also has the name Nick Fury, and that's who the guy with the eye patch is that looks like Sam Jackson. That's who that is. It's very stupid and complicated, and I didn't read every comic that covered that.
Wait,
I just kind of. It's really
so
stupid.
So the white Nick Fury had a kid. That's the black Nick Fury.
Yeah, either that's his kid or his grandkid. I think they have to say grandkid like a couple generations because Nick Fury, the white Nick Fury. Yeah. He's an old guy with like Infinity Formula or some.
Yeah, the Infinity Formula. That's why he stays that same age, even though it's been like 60 plus years.
Yeah. Weird. They race swapped the ancient one, keep all them Netflix people.
Race swapped and gender bend.
And gender swapped.
Okay, Aglax, I will gladly show you this top 10 superheroes list. Okay, here's beautiful artwork of. I just had it. Let me share the screen. As you can clearly see, and this is in the head offices, so the people who decide who makes your movies, they see this every single day at work. There is, where is he? There's Storm. She's got dark skin right there. There is T'Challa. Where is he? Right there. Oh, I can't scroll. There. And then there's Sam Falcon right there in the middle, okay? So 3 of these dudes, and then everyone else is either Caucasian or they're like Vision, like an android, or like Silver Surfer.
The fact that Shang-Chi is on that poster is so ridiculous.
The reason Shang-Chi was added is because Alex Ross actually said the Marvel asked me to add him later on. So a couple of guys to the right he added later. Clearly they're not main eventers like Hawkeye and Punisher, and then a couple of guys on the left he added late. So this like mural that he put up, this is the top Marvel characters. If you're not on this, you weren't valuable enough to make it. The Black Widow made it. Doctor Strange is up in there. Everyone who carries an ongoing series, their Daredevil's always got an ongoing series. He made it. Somehow Spider-Woman even made it, and that's fine. I'm not mad at Spider-Woman making it. I can see she fits here along with all the other heroes. Well, when you get to 35 heroes, I can think that's when you can include Spider-Woman. Who's missing that?
Oh, that's the. Oh, I see. I was wondering who was Spider-Woman, but now that you point her
Well, hold
out,
on. Is Deadpool even on there?
Actually, no, Deadpool's not.
There you
No.
go. Like I'm saying, it's a committee established art
Mhm.
piece.
So
Because
if this was
Deadpool should
if
be
this was
on
an image
there.
of 45, Deadpool would be on it.
I mean, come on.
Ye-
The Inhumans. You have
Yeah, the Black
Medusa.
Bolt. Yeah, and
Come
Black
on,
Bolt.
Medusa and
Yeah,
Black Bolt. Come on,
Mm.
they're nowhere near the top 30.
I
Not
agree.
even
I think
close.
Sam
agree.
Wilson is cooler as Falcon than Captain America.
I mean, where's Bucky?
Good
I'm
answer.
sorry.
Or Cable.
Or Cable. Yeah,
Cable
I mean, yeah.
over all the mutants that they
Over
got in.
Spider-Woman and over the Inhumans?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
The chat says no Captain Marvel, man. I'm not surprised.
Oh, there's no Captain
mean,
Marvel in
Yeah,
there.
there's
That's
no
weird.
Captain
I'm
Marvel.
not
guess-
for
surprised.
Pete's sake.
I'm
I
not.
guess after thank you for criticizing and opening my eyes to this. I will no longer use this as a point of reference.
Oh,
I was
now
really
why? Why?
No.
Because Captain Marvel's not on it no more?
I like
Because you didn't say
If-
none of that until someone said
Hey,
Captain Marvel.
Anzo, I'm surprised he didn't notice that
You
Captain
know?
Marvel wasn't
So-
on it.
So the Alex Ross drew this. It's called the Legacy Mural. Now that I think of it, it's all the older heroes, the guys who were started in the 60s and 70s even. Carol Danvers did exist that long ago. But yes, no
I mean,
Deadpool,
Chill,
no
wouldn't it
Captain.
have been fair? Chill. Don't you think Photon should have been on that poster as well?
Is she high profile enough though? Like she never
High
had an ongoing.
profile than Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman had a comic book series many
Oh,
times.
Gray is asking Blade. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no Blade.
Blade
think
is
Blade-
Blade is a cool black character. They
When-
didn't need him to color swap.
Where and he's getting a movie, and we should all check that out in the movie theaters more than once to support it and say that we can,
good.
we can
If
have
it's
more than just white heroes.
PG-13, I don't give a crap about it.
I understand. I understand that. Now, here's the thing, though. When we talk about black superheroes, Black Panther and Aurora are 1 and 2, and we can argue which one's number 1. Number 3 might be Blade. Is it Sam Wilson? Who's number 3? Monica?
Monica Rambeau? I don't think so. I don't.
Blade, then. I guess Blade, because of what Wesley Snipes was
Yeah,
able to do for his popularity, and
yeah.
he'll be back in the MCU, so I'll give it to Blade.
Oh, definitely Blade.
Give it to Blade, and then I'll say
Blade
Sam
went
Wilson.
from a D-lister. Blade went from a D-lister to an A-lister with one movie.
Yeah, I'll give it to Blade too.
Okay, I'm getting a call, guys. Should I answer it on live? No, I'm not going to do that. Next question of 33 Burning is 26. In real life, what war was the most secret?
I have no idea.
Well, how would we be able to answer that? Because if it was
It
the
would be
most
a
secret,
secret.
we wouldn't know about it.
Okay, very stupid question.
That's smart, Jaded. Thank you.
Let's just read some of these live chats that they said. You see, everyone chill has
Some
seen the
questions are
entire
easier than others, ladies and gentlemen.
The Arc of Time will bend. Black Nick Fury in 616 is Nick Fury Jr. The original Black Nick Fury was from the Ultimate Universe. Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Marvel Comics did both of the things you guys are claiming about Fury. Yeah, it was complicated. I wouldn't say Angel can carry his own series.
Well, Angel, I believe, did have a mini series back in the 90s. Like Beast had a mini series, Angel had a mini series, Nightcrawler had a mini series.
The thing with the X-Men is they are a team and they're a little bit different. Wolverine, of course, can carry his own book. And everyone's had their run. Iceman, Cyclops, Jean Grey had one recently where she was a young Jean Grey. It was weird.
I mean, even Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, she had like a mini series back in. Yeah, she did.
I want to say I just checked that. I did a video about it. I'm pretty sure she didn't have a mini series. She had a giant size book by Dwayne
I thought it was
McDuffie.
like 2 or 3 issues.
Oh yeah, well that's pretty mini,
But it's still a mini series. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. I mean, I believe she had a one shot, but I believe she also had like a 2-3 issue mini series.
Nothing significant.
No,
Alex Ross put Daredevil
like
in the middle, tight. I doubt Deadpool would be on here because clearly it's a 70s inspired piece. That is accurate.
Yeah.
Marvel is very important. He died of cancer. How important could he be?
Well, that's another, because if it's from the 70s, even Captain Marvel isn't even in that poster.
Not a lot of fans of the Marvels run here, huh? Only Logan can carry his
I
own.
have been I have been a Marvel fanboy most of my life, but just the comic books, not the movies. There's a difference.
I think Storm could carry her own series if, in a way, she is doing that right now. If you read X-Men Red, she's the main X-Men on that team, and she's been that a couple of different times in comic book time. But the X-Men are weird when it comes to they're always a team. They're always going to be featuring other people.
Unless you're Wolverine.
Wolverine's the guy who just has a solo all the time. You're right. Richado says, I think Jean and Magneto were the only X-Men with decent solo runs in terms of length. House of Nerd Show says, hey, yo, happy born day, chill.
What?
Right. It's my birthday.
You had
shit. Happy
Deadpool.
birthday, bro.
You had oh shoot, what was his name? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Cable?
He had it. There was another character. No, technically it ended up being a team up with Deadpool.
It had to be Cable.
Cable had a solo run, but then eventually became a team up with Deadpool. So
Spider-Man had a team up with Deadpool that went really long, like 50 issues, I think.
Yeah.
27. What will Matt Shakman bring to Fantastic Four? The director of WandaVision is rumored, and they'll announce it a couple of weeks from now at Disney Plus. But he's been rumored to be the director of Fantastic Four. What he'll bring is experience. What he'll bring is the
diversity.
Sure, he'll bring diversity as well. But Matt Shakman coming to Fantastic Four is good because I like that they're farming talent. I want to see these guys who are integrated already. There's no like weird connections that they got to make, and there's no like the way that you text someone that you've worked with before is different than a new guy. Main thing is experience and familiarity, and that's a good thing.
Be prepared to watch all the. Be prepared to watch all the flashbacks in black and white.
The true question I have is why the other one left.
John Watts is probably going to do the Spider-Man movie, and maybe they couldn't decide on who's going to be the new Spider-Man director, and they're like, "Oh, let's go with the old familiar one." That's probably what happened. Or he got a job with Skeleton Crew for Star Wars, and he's like, "Screw you guys." Either or, like one of those things happened.
That's sad. I really wanted to see the other one working on it.
Why do you like John Watts?
I don't have enough of a devotion to a director to really care. So
me neither. But if you leave, that means you have some kind of honor to your ideas.
Oh yeah, just like the guy from Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson, was that his name? He left. He was still the executive producer. If you watch that movie, it gives him a credit. I think that's just something you got to do though. But he was he left. He couldn't play ball with Feige. And I'm not mad at what happened with Sam Raimi. I think Multiverse of Madness was cool. I love Al Ewing's writing of Storm in X-Men Red, but right now she is slightly being held back by Magneto's presence. He's bringing in Danny DeVito as the Thing. That's not happening, Jared. Danny DeVito is a fun fan casting joke, but he will never be in the MCU. Remember when we wanted him to be Detective Pikachu? Danny DeVito will always come up. Yeah, people were like, "Who's going to cast for Detective Pikachu?"
Really?
Ryan Reynolds got it. He was a contender on the internet.
I mean, Danny DeVito already screwed up the Penguin. Why have him screw up the Penguin?
Guys, are you yay or nay on She-Hulk fan art? Nay.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a little bit always too. It insinuates a little bit more contact than they utilize Smash.
Yeah, I'm just saying there has been some really good She-Hulk fan art with every character. It's just that everybody has their own little style.
And show a few of them if you got any. I'm curious to see.
Hey, I'm trying to be monetized, and that's not going to help.
Oh, okay. I see.
I mean, that's like saying, are you against Hulk fan art? Because they do that with every character. There's no character that they go, you know what, we're just going to be respectful to this character. We're never going to go overboard. Rule
You guys are
34
crazy.
exists. Rule 34 exists for a reason, Chill. Sorry.
I don't get Rule 34. Is that like an
No, I'm
MIB?
not explaining it on your channel.
Based on the one I've seen, I would say yay.
Okay.
But that's only the one I've seen because
Alright.
I just googled it.
What do you think about X-rated fan art using characters like Ahsoka and Luke Skywalker? And
Yeah, that's
and
Rule
others?
34. If there's porn for it, if no matter what exists, there's porn for it. That's Rule 34.
What movie is that from?
It's not. It's just an internet little meme or type thing that happened. It's just
Okay. What's up, Glimmering Harpy? Welcome to the show. Richado says, I unironically like Steve and Tony fan art.
see.
Let me find something.
It's been
for you.
around for a long time.
Wow.
What you need is time to get your mind right.
I agree with that. segment.
29, because Anzo said, yeah, he's all about that She-Hulk fan art. 29. What movie
I
is
am
the...
actually.
You, really? Okay.
Yeah, I am.
What movie
The
is the...
first Doctor Strange because it was about Doctor Strange.
I think the opposite of Multiverse of Madness, when we're dancing around, going different places, is probably the most grounded movie that they actually have. And that's just the first Captain America. There's war. All right.
Or the first Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's my answer. Iron Man.
Yeah, the first
It's
Iron Man.
much more grounded than Captain America, I think.
Yeah, it's way different. It's not even the same franchise anymore.
The first Iron Man movie is still one of my favorite movie of all time.
I need to rewatch it. Every now and again, I go back and I watch some old movies, and it's about time I go back to see Iron Man. Maybe I'll like record myself doing it. Oh, God. Yeah. How did I do that? How did I say maybe I'll record myself doing it and not somewhere during that sentence say stop
Chat
Chillmonger.
has the best comment right now. The opposite of Multiverse of Madness is
That's what I was saying. 'Cause I'm going. I have to figure out a movie that has a plot, doesn't require plot armor, plot holes, plot conveniences to be able to make this movie work. A movie that actually needs you to put your brain on so that you can actually handle this movie. So it's a little tough.
From the way he typed it, MOM. I thought he was going to say the opposite is dad. Get it? DAD. Yeah. Question number 30. When was the last time the hierarchy of power in the Marvel Cinematic Universe changed?
Oh my!
I think it happened in Black Adam. Well. In Black Panther, you understand why I made that mistake. Yeah. But in Black Panther, it felt like, yo, we got this new hero. At the very end, the final scene, he's there and he's got the Bugatti spaceship, and the kid's looking up to him, and you're like, oh, they really did this. Like, this is really a guy who can carry a franchise.
When Thanos snapped his finger, half of the universe was gone because half of the universe was lost.
Yeah, but then it came back. So
But for
it
5
didn't
years,
last. But it didn't last because a year later we just see him chilling. He's just on his porch. Like, that was nothing. Hierarchy of power didn't change.
I would have to say the hierarchy of power changed with the Doctor Doom movie, the Doctor Strange movie, because now all of a sudden you have a power level of magic and the multiverse, and as powerful as Thor wasn't like Doctor Strange ultra reality type powerful. So I would have to say Doctor Strange pretty much like.
Yo, your sound is cutting in and out. Something's going on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like with
better.
Before Doctor Strange, you had this type of villain. Once Doctor Strange showed up, you had a whole new realm of villain that existed.
Okay. Jared
that's
says
a good response.
It's in Loki. Loki with the timelines and what He Who Remains was saying, introducing himself. That is a big hierarchy of power that changes. And I feel like that's substantial. He's not going to let go of it, same way Thanos did after the snap. That's a good answer there. Gray, explain what you mean Infinity War. Because I can use Infinity War also. I can say that the Black Panther was up with Black Widow and with Captain America, and they were at the bubble right at the side talking to the villains and saying, hey, listen, this is the rules. You're in Wakanda. You're going to get blood and dust, which, actually happened to him. What the crazy thing is, like, when he was mixed with them as one of the leaders, it shows just the hierarchy of power just changed. So Infinity War, what scene exactly? I think you're just talking about the Thanos snap, but we dispelled that. Loki is a good answer because of what I explained. When the Hulk couldn't absorb gamma radiation in Endgame, was that a hierarchy of power changing?
Because your Avenger got weaker now.
And I'll say this: if they would have recast T'Challa, you know what I mean, or Chadwick Boseman didn't die, I think he would be the one, or he should have been the one to lead Secret Wars.
I actually agree with that. Because T'Challa is a leader, he's a king.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't want Shuri to take over and...
Oh, God, no, please.
I gave Marvel ideas.
It looks like they're going to try to do it. It looks like right now the Black Panther franchise is at a place where they have to wait to see if the movie makes money, and then they'll decide what they want to do next. They got to present this thing.
Shuri Panther after Black Panther.
If it makes another billion, sure, that's happening. If they go, oh, look, the online chatter is fake, or Shuri can definitely carry the franchise. It's not about the actual superhero named T'Challa. It's about more the mask called Black Panther. If they say that and we all support the movie, that's what happens. If you guys watch Black Panther 4 or 5 times in the movie theaters, if you guys watch it 4 or 5 times again, then you're just supporting the absence of this superhero named T'Challa.
Hey, multi-topic. I have been holding on to everybody's complaining about Shuri. Everybody's complaining about how Shuri is supposed to be the new Black Panther. I go, that's unconfirmed rumor, so it doesn't count. I am holding on to that because if they make Shuri the new Black Panther, I will rip into that movie.
I'm telling you, they will.
Oh God,
Jada, they will. You know them.
Oh,
you know them
better until it happens, I am 100% in denial. Until I see it on screen, I will not accept it. I don't care if it happens during the blip. Give it to T'Challa's ex-girlfriend. Give it to anybody other than Shuri.
Because the one thing me and Chill really agree on is that they should have recast T'Challa. They should not have killed his character. I don't want them to kill his character.
And they still can. And even if this movie happens, and even if T'Challa dies, they still can. It's called comic books. It's called, oh, that was a Skrull who really died. The real T'Challa is safe. You can easily explain multiverse. You feel me? Like, give me a guy named T'Challa, and let's increase the popularity of that superhero, because most of them are really white, except for like. Should I pull up the screen? No. That takes too long. All right, next question. When Thanos snuffed the Hulk and made him look like baby food, that was a hierarchy of power, yeah. After Age of Ultron, Steve took over the Avengers. He was already in charge, though. Wasn't he always sort of the guy saying, hey, Hulk smash, hey, Hawkeye, take a look?
More or less, yeah.
Because they literally said, okay, Cap, make the call it. Like, even Tony turned to Cap and said, okay, Cap, call it. Like, they pretty much went to him as the go-to battle. Like, Tony, like, when they weren't fighting, Tony felt like he was in charge. But once it came down to an actual fight, Tony's like, yeah, I'm going to go to this guy. Let him.
Nice background, Chillmonger. Thank you. I've got Sam Wilson, Spider-Man. I've got Hulk. Oh, Anzo, I said Spider-Man. Is that okay with you, or do I have to say Peter to define which one I'm talking about specifically?
No, because we know exactly what Spider-Man.
No, you're good.
All right, good. Question number 31 of 33 Burning MCU Questions here with the Jaded Fanboy multi-topic talking Biggerford Entertainment. Why didn't Wong free Abomination for Endgame? What's going on? Remember, he's like, oh, you wanted everybody?
What?
I thought you could free this guy and have battles with him in China for these underground fights. If you have portal access to Abomination, why didn't you do it during Endgame when it was the greatest fight ever? He was missing. No.
Well,
Here's the thing. Fair. None of that plot BS.
No.
Abomination, Emil became one with Abomination after the Endgame fight happened. It didn't just happen recently. Finally, he zenned out and he started writing poetry, and that's why.
But agreed, it's
Yes,
also like you can also say, why didn't Wong get Shang-Chi either? So it's like
He didn't
it's
know about him. He never met him.
right. So he wouldn't have like there was no way to establish that Abomination like Abomination wasn't. We don't know how far in.
he
So
was to his rehabilitation.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe Emil would have said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll join Wong." And then Wong was thinking, "Yeah," and as soon as a fight breaks out, he's gonna leave. So I don't think Wong trusted Abomination or Emil.
Maybe Emil was blipped. That's irrelevant. I'm talking about in Endgame when all the heroes returned.
Yeah,
So the
that
people who
big
were
fight scene
unblipped.
where Steve goes
yeah.
Avengers, and then you see everybody, and they all do that charge type thing. That was
Yeah.
after the blip.
Howard
I
the Duck
think he
was blipped.
wasn't fully rehabilitated yet. That's why.
Yeah.
That's my.
They didn't add the rights.
They stop using that logic. It was because he wasn't rehabilitated. Hulk is the
Or you
brawn.
just didn't trust him yet. Like there was no
Steve is the
reason.
strategist. Tony is the tech guy. Yeah, that's right. He was still rehabilitated. Yeah, see, that's the answer. Wong don't believe in the rehabilitation process. He's like, enough with that. We need someone. I just fought Wanda on Mount Wundagore. I need people.
Because think about it, Joe. Despite how powerful it was, wouldn't they have also brought some of the supervillains or the bad guys to help? But they didn't because
Those bad guys would have ended up joining Thanos.
because they would have been killed too if they explained it to them.
Yeah, it's our planet. It's our,
It's our planet. It's that the Abomination was still considered a bad guy at that point in the MCU. So
Yeah, but if he goes to Thanos, hey, I'll help you out with this battle. Make sure I don't get blipped. Thanos can do that.
yeah, but Thanos wouldn't care. Thanos has got his
Hey,
lieutenants and he's got an army. He doesn't
yeah,
need.
right. And at one point, he was getting his ass handed to him. So
Yeah,
if you don't think,
by one person, by one individual named Scarlet Witch, not Captain Marvel, I might add.
she wasn't there yet.
no,
Yeah, and
the
then
three
when
of
she
them.
did show up, he got punched and knocked out.
Do you know how rock
Yeah,
paper scissors work? Do you remember? You know how the one beats the other, beats the other. So the thing that beat Scarlet Witch was rain, fire, and it was all shooting down
Yeah.
on her. The thing that defeated that is none other than Carol Danvers.
Yeah, and then he punched him, and then he punched her, and then she got knocked out. So what's the point?
Infinity Stone.
So he had the Infinity Stones when he was going up against Wanda, and he's going, even my Infinity Stones are going to be ineffective against her. Rain down fire
He
so
didn't
that
have Infinity
everybody
Stones.
gets it.
He didn't have Infinity Stones during that part of the battle. He had
Yeah.
No,
Infinity
he
Stones
did
in
not.
Infinity War, and he turned down time to reverse vision.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet
That's
yet.
true. Yes, now that you mentioned it, I apologize. Yes, you're right.
Oh my God.
Apologize.
On the rare occasions that you're right, Chill, I have to give you credit for it. Come on.
33 of 33 Burning MCU Questions is the final one. Everyone, thanks for joining. K-Dot was here earlier, so subscribe to his channel. Big Afraid Entertainment, check him out. Multi-Topic Talks got a channel. The Jaded Fanboy has a YouTube channel. And now we ask, how high will Ralph Boner lead the X-Men? No.
Is he
What is there to read from that Wolverine Easter egg? I joke about Ralph Boner because we actually thought that Quicksilver was in WandaVision, and we go, whoa, this is Evan Peters, so that means that universe from the Fox movies just mixed. Wanda did a magic trick that went for, she didn't do that yet. She does that in Multiverse of Madness when she dreamwalks. But we actually thought, all of us, the whole community, including Second Street Marvel, we used to chit chat about this every episode, reviewing it, making theories. We really believed that the X-Men universe that Fox did just crossed over. We didn't. So in the She-Hulk episode 2, the computer screen that she's reading says on the side, a man with claws got in a bar fight.
Really?
Wolverine has claws. Wolverine is a man. It didn't say what country, but we can imagine that they're talking about Wolverine. That Easter egg to me is nothing. That is just words that some digital producer wanted to put on the screen, just for the fun of it. It doesn't confirm that it's Wolverine. We don't even have an actor casted. What changes this from being nothing, this just little Easter egg, is what we get on September 10th at Disney Plus D23 when they announce this is our cast for the X-Men. This is the movies we're doing with the X-Men or mutants, whichever word they use. That will change my mind. From now on, this is just an Easter egg. This is a Thanksgiving egg. This is just a random thing that happened. I don't believe it has much weight with the rest of Marvel. They've been dancing with the mutants, and I said this when I was talking to Trinity earlier. We were talking about She-Hulk episode 2. So check out Second Street Marvel. But I was looking back at the Black Widow movie where the guy who can turn into a bear was he's a mutant, but they didn't really make him a mutant. So that's one. They tease mutants again with Ralph Boner. That was another one. And there's another example I brought up, but mutants have always been like jerking. They've been there jerking the curtain. Like they're gonna come out and do their performance. They're just jerking the curtain, never fully actualized. It's Wolverine Easter egg is nothing but a little Easter egg just for the fun of it. There's no circumstantial story to it. Multi?
They can't do any movie with the X-Men like live action because of the rights linked to Fox contract and stuff. So even if they add someone, they what do you want? Another Logan movie where you cannot use any of the other X-Men? It doesn't work, I think.
So I heard the same thing you heard about the contracts, and so Jennifer Lawrence and Mystique are linked for some reason. That was the contract situation. Patrick Stewart as well as the other guy, James McAvoy. If you use Professor X, Charles Xavier, you have to cast these two guys. There's like some crazy wording that links them, and that will expire in year 2025. Is what the rumor that me and Multi read, right?
Yeah.
If that is true, then shoot, I guess we got to wait a little bit longer, and it's bad news. But it doesn't mean that they can't say a man with claw in a bar fight. The thing is, though, what does that even tie to? When we actually get Wolverine in 2025, are they going to say, oh, yeah, I was in a bar fight a couple years ago? Like, well, so what? Like, Wolverine gets in bar fights. There's nothing story-wise that it's just a little Easter egg. There's nothing
it's
there.
It's just Wolverine doing Wolverine things.
Yeah, that's it. That's
guaranteed it was somewhere. It was just an Easter egg because to me it seemed like they were just talking about what happened in the original X-Men movie, right? No, in that movie he gets into a fight in a bar, so it's just an Easter egg.
It really is. Jaded Fanboy, close us out. I asked, what is there to read from the Wolverine Easter egg? Exactly.
Jaded disappeared.
Exactly. No, that was the answer.
He was kidnapped.
That closes out the questions. Let me read a few more of your live chats before we leave. Yeah, I told you exactly what the Wolverine Easter egg was, Sergio. By the way, I'll be on the House of Nerds show 24 hours from now on his YouTube channel, so check out the House of Nerds show. William says it was an online article talking about him fighting in a bar. That's all it was, right? He's already been casted. Well, it hasn't been announced yet. Snap.
It's not even an Easter egg. It's just a breadcrumb just to like have people talk about it.
Yeah, it was really nothing. Just something to keep you satisfied, entertained for 7 days, because the 22-minute episode was really short. Was it 22 minutes? How long was the episode? It was short.
22 whiteout credits.
The article below about the Celestial in the ocean is true. Yeah, there was another one to the side, but like, who cares with the Eternals? It's so stupid. It's a stretch to think that the Wolverine one is true. Daniel, hey Daniel, he says, that was my thought too, Jared. And yes, hello. They need to introduce anti-mutant propaganda first.
They can't. You have to have the mutants first before you can have the anti-mutant propaganda first.
Agreed.
Astute. Thanks for joining the show, everybody. All 18 of you. This was a quick one, hour and 43 minutes. Hey, we usually take over 2 hours. I'm fine either way because I don't need no watch time anymore. I'm on the verge getting that YouTube money. Just got a couple more things to figure out. But
good job.
Yeah,
that's good.
Thank you, everybody. So when you see ads here, actually, we're not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say that, right? You guys all know what I'm not supposed to say when it comes to ads. No, you're actually. Well, I'll tell you when we hit end broadcast. But you're not really supposed to talk about stuff like that.
Okay.
House of Nerds says, looking forward to our show tomorrow. That's right. DM me with what you want me to prep for it, Sergio or L. Bye. Thanks, Chillin' Jens. Oh, look, Daniel's so polite. Thanks. Yeah. William says Magneto won't make sense if he shows up old and mad at humans that don't hate him yet. We've talked about this before. Like, there's people
Well, yeah,
alive
but
right now, descendants of Jews, who take from the lessons of 1940s and still benefit and learn and still makes the people that they are today. So just say that his parents were alive during that time. Easy.
and besides, Magneto is pretty much the catalyst of the anti-mutant sentiment. So, I mean, he kind of does kill all those sailors in the submarine. That kind of causes the whatever.
Deuces, everybody.